Morning everybody, welcome back to the Stone House. Since the last video, I've been coming up at night, pretty much every night, and putting down some subfloor. I've been sharing it on Instagram. I've got all the big pieces down, the easy pieces, and now I've kind of got to do a lot of my cut pieces. All right, so I'm gonna get going here. I'm gonna start over here in this corner where I left off the other night. And I've got some difficult cuts through this hallway.
Rob me of courage, my heart's a natural ghost. It's been too long, let's get away from the cold. Where would you go? I'll take you there. It's a long way to anywhere. I will not wait or worry, knowing that life's a hurry. If all we have is breath, my love, our bodies taken from the dust. There's no time to waste, my dear. We're only here so many years. Rob me of a feeling, if I'd be better off now. Stand your ground.
Some of you know, and some of you noticed that I took like a week off or so, or 2 weeks maybe, I don't know how long. My grandpa passed away, kind of suddenly. He just got kind of sick and wasn't really able to come back, you know. So I've been spending a lot of time with the family lately, and haven't really been working on the house or even, you know, thinking about it or getting on YouTube or Instagram or anything. And I will say thank you to everybody on Instagram, because I did make a post and I had so many hearts and thoughts and prayers, and I really appreciate it. Didn't really expect to be flooded with all these emotions just walking into the house. But there's something about knowing there's no way Grandpa's gonna stop in to see me. I said it to a couple people over Instagram, and Grandpa was my biggest supporter. He was the one that literally came to see me the most. And I've lost that. Grandpa did not like to be on camera. I have a lot of videos of him coming in, and the first thing he would do is look at my camera and see if it was on. I don't think he knew how it worked, but he just kind of looked for lights and looked for blinking things, and then he would stay off camera. Or he wouldn't say much. We had a lot of good conversations here, though. Really good conversations. And that's what I've got to hold on to. That's what I've got to remember. But thank you to everybody that's been reaching out. I appreciate it. I'm going to go get the tractor started, and we'll get doing something. I'm a product of my granddad's son. Hard working hands and a job well done. Skin is thick
thick as railroad ties, and you could see kindness in his eyes. I didn't want to do what he did, but I always wanted to be just like him. Strong enough to stay and fight.
Hopefully you got a pretty good idea of what I was doing. Just messing around, no plans. We've looked at some plinth ideas online. I tend not to like the ones online, so I just kind of wanted to make my own, you know? And so I've got 3 different options. And we may go with one of these, or we may just keep experimenting. First, I kind of want to explain, just because I didn't when I was making them. This one was the first one that I made. And this is done by just cutting a thin 3-inch board. I put a detail on it, and then cut a whole bunch of miters, and you put it together. You can obviously see my miter cuts. You can see that it did not come all together here in the middle. There's a little bit of a gap. That's okay. I could wood fill that if I wanted to, or just let it be there. Most likely I would wood fill it. And then I also took the time to put a 1/4-inch piece of that maple plywood on the back of this one. And that's just to build it out a little bit, make it a little thicker. And I just more or less wanted to see, like, if that would be easy, hard, whatever. It's pretty easy to do. Second one is this. Now this one was pretty easy to make. I simply cut a 6x9 box. I didn't even plane it. I figured I would just sand it by hand at home. Put a little bit of a, I guess it would be a chamfer on 3 sides. It would go like this on the door. And then I used a little bit that I had just to kind of cut like a little box, I guess. But this is like an alternative, basically, to this design, which is like the easiest one. And this is the one kind of like Sarah and I are leaning towards, where it's just a 6x9 box. I wouldn't have to plane any of it. I would just make them and then sand it. I mean, not much to see. It's just a box, but it's simple. Very fast to make, obviously. And the reason why we're kind of thinking simple is because, you know, you're going to have some pretty fancy baseboard coming to it and some pretty fancy door casings. And you just don't necessarily want the plinth to be the center of attention. I really do like this one because they're really easy and fast to make. That one's okay. It's a lot thicker. And I may end up having to make the rest of these thicker too. It really just comes down to how wide or thick my baseboard and casings are going to be. I have to make a lot of these. I think upstairs we counted 16 of them alone. And so if I had to make 16 of these, it's going to take a lot longer. 16 of these wouldn't be that bad at all. Like, I could do that in a half a day. And then 16 of those would be really fast. And I can't say it enough. I really do like the simplicity of it. We'll see. We'll figure it out tonight probably, and maybe I'll even make these tomorrow, whatever ones we go with. But that's it. That's all I came to do today. Just messing around a little bit, and I knew I needed to plow the snow. So that's it. I'll see you all tomorrow. All right, back up to the house, Sunday morning. And Sarah and I, we looked at all of the plinths. I actually made a couple more plinths too and didn't share it to the video. And they're at home, so you'll just have to take my word for it. We had about 5 or 6 to choose from. So I am going to go around the house and I'm going to count all of the plinths that I need to make and make them. And hopefully by the end of this video right here, I'll have a big stack of plinths ready to go. Yeah, that's it.
How you doing? Hard to tell. Kinda tired and overwhelmed. Wide awake and in my head. Making friends with fear again. Keeping up and stressing out. Baby, don't believe the doubt. It's what you tell me every night. Take your time, and it's helping me to slow down. Take it in stride. Took another fall, but I feel alright. I know now you're the right type, keeping me loose in a world wound tight. Let's slow down. You're helping me to slow down. Hurry, hurry, make a move. Take a call and shine your shoes. Got a lot but need some more. Make your mind a troubadour. Worry, worry, let me be. Let me go and give me peace. Rest is just a word away. I need a voice to calm the waves, telling me to slow down. Take it in stride. Took another fall, but I feel alright. I know now you're the right type, keeping me loose in a world wound tight. Let's slow down. Take it in stride. Took another hit, but I feel alright. I know now you're the right type, keeping me loose in a world wound tight. Let's slow My eyes are wide open. I see you clear. My toes touch the same floor. Our world has been shaken on.
You been partying?
Huh?
Have you been partying?
No.
Here.
No. I wasn't surprised, but I didn't care which way it was.
Yeah. You think that chair's sturdy? Should be.
That ain't dirtier than me, Paul.
No, sturdy. They get tippy sometimes, but I think it seems okay. People love seeing you in the videos.
You gotta wave to us.
I do what